What's going on, Horror Gang? Welcome to our Shout Out 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. As you know, I'm your host, Marcus. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, as well as hit that notification icon to get all the latest content updates to the channel. In this video, I want to talk about, will Allison's trauma lead her to be how Laurie was in Halloween 2018? Before I do that, let's hit that intro. I shutting 6 times. All right, gang. So let's talk about it. So Allison Strode, or Allison Nelson, whatever you prefer to call this character, it's pretty safe to say that we expect this character to have a very significant role in Halloween Ends, even an even greater role than what she had in Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills. And I would like to also assume that eventually, when Blumhouse decides to, maybe 3 to 5 years down the line after Halloween Ends, if they don't kill Michael Myers off in Halloween Ends, that they will make more movies with Michael Myers in it. And I do expect Allison to be the new focal point, kind of picking up, as the new final girl, and kind of like how Laurie has been a staple of this franchise for so many years. But what I want to talk about as far as for Halloween Ends is, will we see Allison be more like how Laurie was in Halloween 2018? And I'm not, like I said, I'm not talking about in terms of like being a final girl, nothing. I'm talking about in terms of the character. Will this character kind of adopt the same type of traits that Laurie did? Very traumatized, high stress, drank a lot, always thought about killing Michael Myers, getting her revenge. And I think it's a pretty good question to bring up, for the simple fact is, she lost her mother, Karen, she lost her dad, Ray, and she lost her boyfriend, Cameron, all at the hands of Michael Myers. There's no doubt about it that, especially after 4 years of not knowing what happened to Michael Myers, not having no resolve for these murders, etc., there's going to be a lot of pent-up rage, a lot of pent-up emotion. And I would like to even say that she could even be almost kind of like how Rob Zombie portrayed Laurie Strode in Halloween 2. I mean, I'm sure we don't want memories of that, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of pinched some of the attitude from that character and implemented that with Allison's character. In so many ways, I kind of felt like that's how Laurie Strode was in Halloween 2018. I thought that character kind of reminded me of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. How you've seen them portray Laurie Strode after the events of the remake of Halloween. Obviously, Laurie was highly stressed, wanted to drink, wanted to party, was just completely batshit fucking crazy. It would not surprise me if they went this route with Allison, and I'm very much on board with this. I would love to see Allison, kind of like how Laurie was in 2018. Do we see her with her own bunker, her own house, her own little home with her own like little bunker or something, with mannequins, where she has a shooting range? I mean, I think that's a little far-fetched, but I'd be on board for it. Either way, I do think that one way or another, we are going to see a much different Allison Strode / Allison Nelson in this movie. I think that we have the possibility that she could go full Sarah Connor, full commando in this movie, much like Laurie Strode was in 2018. And I think it would serve her character right, and it would make all the sense in the world. You lost your father, you lost your mother, you lost your boyfriend. And I also want to note, because in Halloween Kills, they didn't really do a good job especially when it came to mentioning Ray. That performance by Andy Manichak kind of felt a little flat. I don't know if that was done on purpose. I don't know if that was just bad writing, but just the way that her character only slightly mentioned her dad for a few seconds, and it's like hardly no tears. She just sounds a little sad, and it didn't come off as genuine to me. And I think that if they allow this character to flush out and kind of be like how Laurie was to an extent, or even to an even lesser extent, or to an even greater extent. I'm kind of hoping to a greater extent. You know what I mean? We could see this character completely go batshit crazy and just be on some whole completely other shit after the events of Halloween Kills. And like I said, I'm very much on board for that. I think the trauma of losing both her parents, the trauma of losing her boyfriend, the trauma of honestly not knowing what happened with Michael Myers after the events of Halloween Kills, and still being in the unknown of, is he alive, is he still out there, etc. I think that could all play and should play very well into this character's story arc and Halloween Ends. I don't want to see Allison still kind of be this passive aggressive, kind of naive little girl to a degree. I mean, I think they kind of did a better job as the movie progressed, in Halloween Kills, of kind of making her a little bit tougher, kind of showing that she's starting not to fear Michael, especially in that scene in Michael's house, when, she basically told Michael to stab her. I just hope they kind of ramp this up and make her like the new Laurie Strode. I would really be on board for that. Like I said, we're going to see her have her own house with, a whole bunker full of mannequins and, firing off, rifles in the backyard. I doubt it, but I would like to at least see this character have some type of, mental break, some type of psychological, I want to see her kind of be crazy. If you're not going to have her be like Sarah Connor, or where she's strapped up with guns and gonna go full commando, I want to see a lot of that trauma play through. Well, now she's, I'm 4 years past, so she'd be 22 years old. So she'd be able to go to the bars. Will she be an alcoholic like Laurie became? I mean, I think there's so many avenues they can go with, and I do think that Allison has the potential to be how Laurie Strode was in 2018, if not to a lesser extent, to an even greater extent. And I really, really hope it's to an even greater extent, because for that character story arc, I believe that it is much needed for this new Halloween Ends film. But alright, gang, that's my take on Allison Nelson / Allison Strode potentially turning into the new Laurie Strode from Halloween 2018, in terms of dealing with that trauma, in terms of, wanting revenge. How does she go about wanting that revenge? How is she feeling? Is she like I said, is she an alcoholic now that she's obviously going to be legalized and able to drink? There's going to be so many avenues we get to explore with this character, and I really, really hope that we kind of do get that kind of character out of her, to where she was like Laurie Strode in Halloween 2018. But that's my opinion and my take. I want to hear from you guys. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about Allison Strode's character. Would you like to see this character go full-on commando and kind of be like how her grandmother Laurie Strode was in Halloween 2018? Or would you like to see her take somewhat of a lighter approach to that, but kind of be mentally thrown through a loop, to where we see the psychological damage done full-on in depth? Hit the comment section. I want to hear from you guys. Alright, gang. Once again, this is I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube Horror Movie Channel. I'm your host, Marcus. Please be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support is greatly, greatly appreciated. But also hit that notification icon to get all the latest content updates to the channel. Be sure to also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you for watching, and again, thank you for your support.